Hey guys, so we're back with the Bulbasaur jack-o'-lantern painting here. Um, so I went ahead off camera and Bulbasaur and the jack-o'-lantern both have 4 coats of paint. They're looking real great. So we're going to try and finish them up, which I don't think is going to be all that extreme. We're going to start with the pumpkin. So little Bulby, we're going to sit to the side. So I'm going to use the same medium yellow that we mixed to make this orange. Oh, no, wait. I'm going to back up. First off, I'm going to start with just a base brown to paint the stem on the pumpkin so we can get that to dry so I can start layering stuff. You know, we've made it through the first full week of state mandated shelter in place or stay-at-home order or whatever you want to call it. But this is the beginning of the 4th week that I have been working from home and have been kind of doing self-isolation, if you will. So it's basically been a month, and it's been trying. It's been interesting. There's been ups and downs. Really struggling with sleeping and anxiety. But you know, creative outlets help, like, a lot. So I appreciate you people who are humoring me making these videos. Look at how fancy. Little brown stem. We're gonna come back to him, but throw that in there for now. Okay, now I'm gonna take this medium yellow that I used and mixed, but I'm just gonna take the straight medium yellow this time. I'm gonna take this kind of bright orange Okay, oh man, he's already looking so cute. Again, my lighting's really bad. It's nighttime. I don't know how well you can see that, but he looking cute. You know, these dry coarse brushes work really great for texture. So I'm gonna use the brown, and I'm gonna, you know, I just want barely, and I'm actually gonna focus kind of more towards the bottom. So like that's good. That's the look we're going for. Now, oh, that's the wrong one. I'm gonna take this really dark green called Hooker's Green. I'm also gonna have to use it on Bulbasaur, so I don't want to get too crazy with it. Like, because I don't want them to look like they have the exact same color scheme. Man, guys, this is dark. I don't want to get much on my brush at all. Here was my idea. I love warty pumpkins. So I was going to try to kind of make it look like a warty pumpkin and do some like splattering at the end. But I don't know if that's going to happen now. This isn't exactly what I wanted it to look like, but we're just making happy little accidents, as some famous painters would say. Just like our favorite fall outfits that all have layers, you know? Pumpkin, a good pumpkin, it's got some layers. Layers, 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 layers. Oh, he looking a little spooky too. He looking a little spooky. I'll be honest with y'all. He looking a little spooky. But hey, I'm a spooky little bitch, as one of my favorite podcasts would say. We are spooky little bitches. You know, it's a good life lesson. You can't just give up because one mistake. Like, you know? And the other thing is, like, everybody fails sometimes. It's how you learn. It's how you grow. It's how you live. That's how you become a better person. So, like, don't be afraid of failure. It took me a long time to learn that. I always thought, you know, I was my own worst. I am my own worst critic. I always thought I had to be perfect, you know, that I couldn't mess up. And that is no way to live your life. Okay. Man, he's so spooky ooky. He's so beautiful. Now, how do I recreate this on the top? No, it'll be fine. We actually kind of got to let that dry for a little bit. Yeah, I think all the pumpkin got to dry for a hot minute. A hot take. Man, I'm really worried now. I'm going to try that. I have some of this sample green here because I was going to do this dark green for Bulby's dots, and I just think it's way too dark. But I have this really pretty sample green that I think if I mix together will be perfect. So let's just mix it. Come here, Bulby. Let me get the pumpkin out of the way now. Cute little Bulby bulb. Okie dokie, artichokies. I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to put more brown on the stem. Rando-dandoly. Man, I textured the absolute poop out of this guy. I'm going to give him a little beauty mark. Again, you know, I wanted him to look like a warty pumpkin. Bulbasaur's eyes are like a reddish pink. You know, they're not a perfect straight red. I'm kind of running out of mixy room here, but we're going to go for it. Oh my gosh, guys, isn't he just the cutest? I'm so excited. We're not quite finished. We've got some details to rework here, clean up, make them look good. You know, I've got to sit on the pumpkin. I might need to brush some more orange over him when he's dry. I maybe went a little too warty. I'm going to try to, you know, I maybe went a little too extreme on the warts. So when he dries, I might dry brush some more orange on top of him. I think the stem looks rad. Oh, I can't. I think the stem looks great. I might just need to add some more orange in. So, to be continued. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so excited. So we're going to interrupt the middle of this painting video with a little unboxing because I got something way earlier from Amazon than I thought I would. You know, I ordered this pretty early on in quarantine, but of course Amazon was bogged, and I didn't think I was gonna get this stuff I ordered until next month. And I was like, who even knows? I'm probably gonna get it when I'm done videoing this stuff, but I'm very excited because I no longer have to, here, I'll even show you this. I will no longer have to use this flimsy rubber band, because it's the only rubber band I have in my house, to rubber band my phone to a flimsy tripod. I'm so pumped. So we're gonna unbox this little surprise that I got for myself. Okay, I got myself a cell phone gimbal. I've wanted one for a long time. Good ones are expensive. This is literally the cheapest one out there. It's called Feiyutech Vlog Pocket. It's a foldable smartphone gimbal. Of course, I would have loved to get a DJI, or I think they're called Swivel, is a really good mobile phone one. They're hundreds of dollars. And I am not this professional filmographer that needs a $400 cell phone gimbal, but I can totally splurge on a $40 one. I'm cool with that. So I'm super pumped because it also has a little tripod stand with it, and it actually holds your phone, and I don't have to worry about my phone falling off of a rubber band anymore. Let the gimbal charge. I'm a dum-dum. I didn't think about that. I put some more coats on Bulby over there, so I think he's all coated up. I did accidentally drop him in some of the paint, and so I had to touch up some spots. I might have to touch them up again, but we are going to continue with the pumpkin because I got a little crazy last time. I wanted a warty pumpkin, and he looks a hot mess. So I think we're going to go back over and cover up. He'll still have some of this texture, but we're just going to put some more orange on him. Yes. Yes, queens. I'm liking that so much better. Oh God, let me just, throw that. While the camera's on the gimbal, I can't really get it low enough to, let's see. Is this a little better? I can't really get it low enough on the table, but that's okay. Because I think the only thing left to do is the black outlining on Bulby, and I'll probably need to hold him up pretty close to my face to do that anyway. So we're going to give this a shot. Also, what I'm going to try is a paint marker to do the black outline, because it would just be so much easier than a brush. And this paint marker still seems to work. So we're going to give it a shot. I'm going to start on his little butt. almost said it was charged, and then it just like suddenly died on me. So we're going to let it charge overnight. No biggie. We're going to keep working on our little Bulby. Okay, guys, finished product. I didn't want to put the little pumpkin on his back yet because I wanted to make sure everything was completely dry. But look how cute he is. So yeah, there's our little Bulbasaur. He's the cutest ever. And here's our jack-o'-lantern. And when it's all dry and done, the jack-o'-lantern will go on his back. And I'll post pictures on my social media and stuff. But here's where we're ending it. He's so cute. He's the cutest thing I've ever seen. So guys, that was it for painting Bulbasaur. Yeah, I had fun. He turned out great. I can't wait to have him on my desk with me and kind of be a little cute, happy thing. I'm going to shout out a podcast today that I keep meaning to shout out on a Sunday because those are the days that the show comes out. But 2 Sundays ago, I forgot. Last Sunday, I did a song and I didn't shout anybody out. So you know what? I'm just going to shout it out on a Friday. The podcast I'm going to shout out is called And That's Why We Drink. It was kind of the very first podcast that I listened to the whole thing. I had listened to some podcasts, but I would always just kind of randomly listen to episodes and would never super invested in. No, this podcast, I started on episode 1. I listened to the whole thing. I listen to it every Sunday when a new episode comes out. And every first of the month when they do listener stories. It's my favorite. It is a paranormal and true crime podcast. There's 2 hosts. Every Sunday, the one host tells a paranormal story and one host tells a true crime story. And it's called And That's Why We Drink because these are the crazy things going on that cause people to drink. But they're so funny and they're just really down to earth, relatable. It's one of those things where I just totally get them. And I think about, if I lived in LA, I'd want to be friends with people like them, and it's just such a good podcast. So anyway, And That's Why We Drink is the podcast I'm shouting out this week. And I will see you soon. Bye.